Some sounds don't fade, they just find you again.
You don't need to have owned one to know the feeling, but if you do, you know the feeling. Call it a ghost, call it a beast, call it the heartthrob of the generation. But if you strip it down to one word, then it's this. It's standard. Standard that India has witnessed in 1985. Around 1985, Yamaha dropped a motorcycle India was not ready for. It wasn't the biggest. It has just 11 horsepower, but it broke something in an entire generation because it was the fastest. 0 to 100 in just 7 to 8 seconds. This was the bike that made feel boys dangerous, raw, inefficient and loud. The RX100, India's first taste of real performance. No power on papers, but the power you can feel on your chest, on your wrist, on your stomach when you open this up in straight roads. Yamaha made it from 1985 to 1996, 11 years. Then the emission norms changed. The two-stroke had no future in the regulated world. Yamaha didn't discontinue the RX100, but the Indian government made it extinct. Where everything is getting upgraded, replaced or forgotten, there are still people who love to preserve the emotion. Let me introduce you to the one. This is Viraj and he still holds this 1987 RX100, the performance machine, and I envy him. How can someone preserve this emotion? And I wanted to understand directly from him. Hi Viraj, how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to Torque and Tales.
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to understand directly from you, what made you hold this?
So, I also have other options, but riding something classic or vintage like this has a different feeling altogether. The exhaust note, the engine grunt, and the feeling of riding something so nimble. It's totally different from any other machine. You can't get this feeling in today's bikes and today's all the adventure bikes or cruisers or anything. This machine is built different. Even as far as I know, even the makers were amazed, like how could they create something unbelievable like this?
Let's talk about your first ride, your first experience. When did you first ride this Yamaha RX100? What was your emotion? What was your feeling? Take me back to that time.
So I don't remember for the first time when I did it, but I always grew up listening stories about this bike because my dad had it, and it was before even I born. And I always used to listen to his stories, like my bike was so unbelievable, like it was such an amazing bike and all. And I was like, why did you sell it then? Then he was like, yeah, I sold it because of the fuel economy and all. Then it was always an incomplete dream.
One of the most important character of this bike is its sound. So when you first kickstart it, what does this sound feel like?
So you can say this sound is something like a morning coffee for me. If I'm going to office and I'm starting the bike, that sound gives signal to my brain that your day is starting and you have a whole day, you need to rock the world. So that sound is a magic.
Absolutely true. For any bike lover, the sound is the character. It's more like a heartbeat which they can connect to. So tell me one thing, when you ride this through the city, what do people do?
So let's say if I'm riding this in the city and I'm coming from behind, people surely look around. Some of them, if the aged people are looking there, so they go back in their times and they smile at me and they're like they are telling their friends or their partners who are with them, ki see the RX100 is coming. And many times what happens if I'm at the signal or something, some people even ask कि ये नया लॉन्च हुआ है क्या? So I'm like, no, this is the older one. This is from 1987. And some people say how nicely you have maintained it and the sound and all. बेटा आपने तो मेरे जवानी के दिन याद दिला दे. So it happens like that.
Great. So one last question. In this era of EV, E85, E20, all this is being launched and promoted by government. What do you feel? Will you ever let it go?
Never ever, for sure. Like whatever happens in the future, if they will stop giving us fuel or they will ban this or something, this bike will stay with me forever. Even if I'll keep it as a showpiece at my home, but this will stay. This is not going anywhere.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Viraj. It was a pleasure interacting with you. And thank you so much for bringing this hero of the picture to this story.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. It's been 30 years and people are still arguing whether anything has matched it. That's not nostalgia. That's a standard. The standard which hasn't met yet.